All right, guys. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this class. So, please, if you can hear me, just drop a comment in the comment section. If you can hear me loud and clear, just drop a comment, please. If you can hear me, just drop a comment. Just drop a comment, please. If you can hear me, drop a comment. I mean, no one is okay. Yeah, yeah. So, okay. Idris said he can hear me. All right. So we're just going to get started. So this night we have someone in our midst. We have Imelda in our midst, and this is someone that she moved from being a newbie affiliate to the top level of being a top affiliate. Yeah, she's a top affiliate, right? And she has won lots of challenges. She has won the Dubai trip. Yeah. Then she won the Qatar trip, and maybe it's like she's even won the Rwanda trip, but she no one tell us and all that. So she has done this thing over and over and over again. So she knows the process, she knows everything. And this night she's going to be sharing with us the secrets, the strategies to winning expertnaire trips, how she has been doing it back to back, everything. So she's going to be sharing it with us in a few minutes. She's going to be sharing with us in a few minutes, right? So before we get started, let me announce the group again so others can join us, because in the next 1 minute she's going to be getting started. All right, Meta, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, the floor is yours now.
All right. I can't even see their comments, but it's well. Good evening, everyone. So, like he said earlier, I am Emelda Chisholm, and I'm sorry that I'm not using a slide for this class. I had a lot of things to do, alright. So I didn't really, but I have a few things to tell you guys. So yeah, I'm going to. He said that I should tell you guys how to win. What's the topic again? How to win trips, right, Caleb?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Should tell you guys how to win. All right. Okay. Okay. So first of all, I'm just going to, like I said, I just wrote down some things. They are just. I will be very brief. I'll be very brief because it's something that you've been hearing every time. So it's not something that is new. It's just that you've not been implementing them. So I'll just have to emphasize on some things that you need to know, and just basically go over it again. Okay, so guys, the first thing I will be starting. Okay, I'm going to be using a, let's say there's a challenge that says make let's say 100 cells in 1 month. Okay, let's use this Rwanda challenge. I think is that one is even quite easy. I don't know. Although I'm not even working for it. I don't know what Caleb is saying, but I just started school and all the stress. But it's not actually hard because they gave us 2 months and 14 days. Yeah, to make 125 cells. So when I calculate it, it's actually average of 2 cells per day. So now you have to make 2 cells per day. All right. Even though it's already late now, because not that it's late, you can do it, but you can't do just two cells and make it, because it's less than 1 month. I think 3 weeks for the challenge to end, or 2 weeks for it to end. All right. But if you started earlier, it's supposed to be 2 cells per day. All right. And I'm going to be breaking it down in case if you miss this one, so that the next trip that will be coming up, hopefully by beginning of next year, or I think Caleb even has a trip that is currently on. Yes, yes. The
Yeah,
Emma,
it's
that
the,
one
the
is
trip that is
actually,
going to be starting on November 1st.
yes, 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 yes. Exactly. Let me use that one now. Let me use that one as a point of reference. You said that we're going to be making them. I think I saw 300 cells
No,
in
210 sales
200 and
in 75 days.
okay, 210 cells in 75 days. That is average of 3 cells per day, if I'm not wrong. Because yeah, that is average of 75 times 3. That's average of 3 cells per day. It's not even up to 3 cells, but 3 cells per day, so that you can finish before the time. Now, as someone that is promoting MAP, actually MAP is even very easier because the cost is quite cheaper, it's more affordable, and at the same time it has a whole lot of stuff for you that you can offer. And Caleb said I've done very well. He provided both the sales page, how to converting videos, everything is there for you. So it's actually very much easy to win this challenge. So if you're someone that wants to travel to Egypt for the trip, then here is what to do. Here is how I do my own, how I've been able to qualify for all the trips that I qualified for, even though I'm just, it's not like I've been so much in the business. This is just my 9th month. Yeah, I started December last year, ending of December last year. So this is how to go about it. So the first thing you need to do is that you have to break it down. All right, that's why I just said that it is 3 cells. No, when they say 210 cells, they're actually very big. If you hear 210 cells, they are going to be how am I going to do? I've not in my dashboard. You're looking at your dashboard right now, you're just seeing like 50 cells, or you're just seeing like less than 30 cells. You are now wondering, and maybe you've been doing this for like months. And I'm not wondering how you're going to do it in 75 days. That's like 2 months and 2 weeks, I guess. How are you going to do 210 cells? But actually, it's actually easy. To be much easier for you when you break it down. All right. So the first thing you should do is break it down to achievable goals. All right. What do I mean by break it down? We have to start bring it down to how many sales you need to make every week. Then you come down again to how many sales you need to make every day. All right. So from my calculation, from what I just did, you have to be making at least an average of 3 sales from 1st of November to when it will end. I think it's middle of January. That's when it's ending. So if you're making 3 sales every day, believe me, it's going to be quite easy. And at some days you're even going to be making more than 3 sales. If you're working towards 3 sales, you're going to be making more than 3 sales some days. So you see yourself finishing before even the end date. All right. So the first thing you're going to do, like I said, you're going to break it down. We have to make sure that it's broken down to daily sales, so that this way you can actually now follow the second step, which I call you know your numbers. Right. So when you break it down, that is divide it. Breaking down means just dividing it to how many. If you're going to be making 3 sales per day, it means in a week you should be making at least 21 sales every week. And 2 months and 2 weeks is actually like 10 weeks. Right. So 21 sales times 10 is 210 sales. You see? So 3 sales every day. If you're making 3 sales every day for 10 weeks, that is 210 cells. So you're going to you're going to first of all break it down for me. Just get a paper. You're going to have for any trip that I work for, I buy a new exercise book for it, because the number one thing you have to do is to be writing things down. You will forget it. I know you're smart. You feel like you're intelligent. You're not going to forget it, but believe me, you're going to forget it along the line. So you do yourself better. You do yourself good by getting a book to write it down. Anything you're going to do, all the steps you're going to follow, the way you're going to break it down, the cells you need to meet up, the number of people you need to talk to meet to get these cells, you need to actually write it down. All right. So the first thing is you get pen and paper. I used to just name it. I have my Qatar trip, I have Dubai trip. In fact, when Dubai trip came up, April, I was just 4 months into the business, and I was like, because then when I joined, immediately I joined, that was when Seychelles challenge started. So I was just so lost then. That was just, I've not even done 1 month. They started the challenge in January. I joined like middle of December. So I was just like 2 weeks into the business. So I didn't really understand the whole stuff. So I didn't work for it. But I was like, after I saw that pictures, I was motivated. I said the next trip I am going. So when the Dubai trip came, that one was just 75 sales. I just basically did my numbers. So everything I'm telling you right now, what I'm telling you is that everything I'm telling you right now is actually things I did, and I feel like since they work for me, it can work for any other person. All right. So, like I said, the first thing, get pen and paper, you break it down. So you know that every week you need to make 21 cells. Every day you need to make 3 cells. Now, this is for the first step you need to know, knowing your number. Then the second thing you need to know is to know your numbers. Now we have finished breaking it down. You already know that you need to make 3 cells. How do you get these 3 cells? It's not about saying get 3 cells, get 3 cells, get 3 cells. How are you actually going to get these 3 cells? This is where knowing your number comes in. What do I mean by knowing your numbers? Good, this is what I mean. Let's say for instance now, you need to make 3 sales. You need to know the actual number of people you need to talk to. First of all, you arrange your funnel. If your funnel is something that you used to, like, let me say, me normally I used to, if I'm not working for any challenge, I just used to send, I made a video on YouTube but most people don't watch it immediately. So I would advise, if you are working for a challenge, don't give them that long term that video, because people will only watch it when they're still watching your status. Let me say you're running an ad, for instance. I'm not here to start telling you how to get people, but let's assume you're running an ad and you're getting like people every day. You should just find a way to hold a class for them. Before webinar came, webinar is the best. You guys have been hearing about it since. Webinar is actually the best way to convert people. But let's say you're not holding webinar, you're doing class, you're doing anything you're doing. Just make create a funnel that will make people to take action immediately, that you create offers for them and stuff like that you tell them in the next 2 days, next 3 days. People like when they are ginger to do something, when there is scarcity, yeah, when they feel like if they don't do this in the next 2 days, they're going to lose out in this. They're actually going to do it fast. So here now, you're not trying to leave them. Me, like I said, I used to use YouTube video only when I'm not working for a challenge, because I give them time. They get to know me first, the KLT stuff. They watch my status. Then when they get to know it, before they will actually come back and watch that video. So, but if you start giving them that video, you will find that they will to take longer time to actually convert them. So the first thing you should be doing is you should work on your funnel. Whenever I'm going on a challenge, I am holding classes. The classes I'm holding, it depends on the number of people you are getting. Now, here is that is another thing that matters. If you're running ads, if you're doing organic traffic, whatever thing you're doing that is bringing people, obviously you should be getting people every day for you to win a challenge, all right? And then let's say you already know that you need to make 3 sales every day. The next thing you should think of is, how do I get 3 sales? An average convert, you should know your conversion rates. Perfect. Me now, my conversion rates when I used to hold WhatsApp classes was actually 2%. But when I started webinar, it grew to 10 to 15%, all right? Because webinar is actually the highest is actually the highest way to convert. That is if you do it rightly. If you don't do it rightly, you're not going to convert anybody, right? So when I used to hold WhatsApp classes, or when I used to have any conversion, it was 2%. So I knew that for me to make one sale, I need to at least teach 50 persons, yes. Then if it's 100 persons, 2 sales, because my conversion rate is 2%. Then, all right, before I start holding webinar. So now the first thing you should do is actually know your conversion rate. We're going to be working with average conversion rate, which is 1%. All right, this means that for every 100 person you talk to, 1 person should buy. This also means that if you did not talk to up to 100 persons in a day, don't expect anybody to buy. I'll come again. It means that if you talk to 100 persons in a day, you should expect 1 person to buy. This is a challenge now. I would have said in the next 30 days. That is because it has been, you're not pressuring them. But here, this is a challenge. You actually need to pressure them. So you're not going to be giving them up to 30 days. You start giving them 30 days, it's going to take more time. So they should be able to cover in the next 7 days. I used to give 1 week if it is challenge. In the next 7 days, if you're talking to 100 persons, 1 person should be converting every day. If you're not talking to up to 100 persons, please don't stress yourself. Don't expect any sale. I used to be very blunt. Some people used to paint words, but that's just the truth. You must know your numbers. If you cannot talk to 100 persons in a day, don't expect one sale. It is just that simple. If it's 99% that you got, if it's 99 people that you got, don't expect one sale, because obviously you did not reach one. That is for average conversion rate. So when you know your conversion rate, if you don't know your conversion rate, you are guessing. You can be using one. Just use one. Averagely is one. So which means that for you to get 3 sales every day, you should be talking to at least 300 persons per day. It can be from your ads, can be from your organic traffic. People even convert more, although it takes a lot of time, but they convert more because this part intentional. They don't come into your DM, not like all these ads that most Facebook ads. They're just passing, because Facebook is not actually a marketing place. All right, so people are just having fun, and then they come across an ad, they click. Most of them are not interested in marketing currently, because people that are really interested on Facebook ads, that have been buying since. So currently, they're not really quality, all right? But if you're running ads, it's still okay. The only thing you have to do is double your numbers. So the first thing you have to do is actually know the number of persons you need to talk to. Now, if it's going to be a class, that is where I used to do my own calculation. All right. So if I'm going to hold a webinar and I need 100 people to attend for me to make 10 sales. For my webinar, if 100 persons attend, I should be making 10 to 15 sales. All right. This means that I need to get 10% of those 100 persons. 10% that will give me 100. That is 10 times 100, which is 1,000. I need to get 1,000 persons in a group, WhatsApp group. And yes, I used to send them to WhatsApp group first. Like, I'm running ads, I'm not doing organic traffic. Once they come to my DM, I send them, after the save your contact, which is compulsory, I send them the link to join my WhatsApp group, because it's actually there that you follow them up. All right, follow up is very important. You might hold the class and nobody will buy. Don't feel discouraged. All right, it is the follow up that matters. When you follow them up, so that is why you're sending them to the WhatsApp group. So now you send them to WhatsApp group. If you are able to get 1,000 persons to join a WhatsApp group every day, I'm sure that 100 persons. Sometimes it will be more. Most time it used to be more, but just to be on the safe side, I used to use 10% actually. It means that 100 persons will come to my webinar. If 100 persons are coming to my webinar, it actually means that 10 to 15 persons are going to buy. The same thing, and let me say, you now that is holding a WhatsApp class or your own whatever thing that works for you. I used to tell people, do what works for you. All right, anything that you do that is working for you. If it's holding WhatsApp class, if it's DM per DM conversion, just know that if you're talking to like averagely, if you're talking to 100 persons, you should be getting one sales. By looking at three sales every day, by looking at three sales, you should be getting like 300 leads. And it's not actually hard to get 300 leads. If you're running Facebook ads, 10,000 naira per day can get you over 500 leads. So 5,000 naira per day can get you like, let's say, like 100 to 120 leads. Yeah, you should get someone that can run ads very well. So it's not that much. Okay, so you now, the first, like I said, you know your numbers. So the first number you should know is number of persons you need to get. If you're holding a class, if it's WhatsApp class, number of persons you need to get inside that WhatsApp class. Because even if the class is going to hold on WhatsApp, you know that it's not everybody that is in that group that be active that time. And most people that were not active, that's why WhatsApp class is actually bad. It's not really interesting again, because most people miss the class. They hardly just go up to scroll and read it, because come on, you can't just come to a group that you join and you're seeing like over 100 messages, and then you expect the person to just go ahead and read the whole stuff. So most times it's only people that were active at that point you're holding that class that you are accountable for, right? If you're luckily for you, if it's good enough, some people that did attend the class can go on and scroll up and read it. Sometimes they might not scroll up, unlike let me say webinar that people can easily go and watch it because it's a video. All right, they get to see you and all that. So WhatsApp class, you're holding a WhatsApp class that you have gotten like, let's say 1,000 persons, like two groups, two WhatsApp class that is filled up completely. 513, 513. Average of 1K people in that group, in that WhatsApp group. It means that, okay, let's assume that if you 100 per them, when you start that class and be like, let me say, if you're active here, just drop hi or say I'm here or whatever thing you want to use to make them to interact with them. You will find out that people that are responding to you for that 1,000 persons in the two group, if you count it, they're not even going to be up to more than 100. That is the 1% conversion I'm talking about. Those people that are listening to you, that people you are going to drop the offer for. So even if it's WhatsApp class you're going to hold, just know that the more number, it's a game of number basically. It's a game of number. You don't assume, don't think that you're a perfect teacher, or don't feel like magic will happen, or don't feel like because you put in all the efforts but you did not get the number that those people will buy. No, it doesn't work like that. If you like be the best affiliate or be the number one, all those top affiliate they're working with numbers, all right. So don't feel like you're very good in class that if you get 50%, at least five should buy. Five might buy depending on the method, but averagely you should just work with the numbers so that you don't get disappointed, because it doesn't matter the effort you put, it doesn't matter the stress you went through. Last, it's just going to fall back to how many people were you able to get, how many people were you able to talk to, how many people were you able to bring to the class, the webinar, one-on-one talk, telegram class, whatever thing your conversion is. How many persons per day? Is those not everybody cannot buy from you? No, everybody cannot buy from you, right? So that's the second thing I need you to know. After you are breaking it down, you should know your numbers, all right? Because knowing your numbers is actually very important. Then the third thing, sorry, I actually have that time. The third thing that you need to know that helps me when I that helped me win those challenges was actually, you have to get out of your comfort zone. Yes, all those, if you're marketing, if you're all you do before is just talk to people, relax, wait for them to come to, get out of your comfort zone whenever you're working for it. That's why I like challenges, because it helps you make more money. It gingers you, it pushes you, all right. because that period, you know that you have to meet up to something. You have a goal, you need to meet up to this so number. So you have to leave your comfort zone. You don't have to keep relying. You don't have to do it the way you are doing. Anytime there's a challenge, it's not the way I used to cover, the way I used to work before that I just have to put in my efforts. I just have to keep as in do this thing, like I need to do this stuff, all right? If you're someone that don't post frequently on WhatsApp status, you should double it. If the ad you are running was getting like 100 people, double it. Just basically get out of your comfort zone, all right? And then try and outsource things, all right? Try and outsource things. What do I mean by this? When you're working for a challenge, maybe before you're the one that used to run your ad yourself, or you're the one that used to make your copy yourself, or what should I say now? Or you do your flyer yourself, but whatever thing that you're doing yourself that you know you're not perfect, you yourself, you know. I'm not saying that if you are the one you know very well, you should go and pay somebody. No. But there are some things that you know that you're not doing this, you're just trying to perfect it. When there is challenge, don't just leave all those things and concentrate on your conversion. All right, pay people that are experts in a flyer, pay people that are experts in whatever thing that you need. Pay them for their time, pay them so that they can do those things for you perfectly. You need to get things right. This is not time for trial and error. It's not time for you to try out this thing. If it doesn't work next time, no, this is the time you need to get it right. Therefore, anything you know you're not good at, just outsource it. All right. And good 18, if you have made one or two sales, you should have some money for you. And that boils down to some people that make sales and then they go about to spend their money. No, the first few sales you make, you should always save them, always keep them, always reinvest it. That's something that will actually help in this business. Reinvest your I know it's out of context, but I just want to talk about it. All right, if you're someone that you've not made any sales before, you can be outsourcing or you can be doing those things yourself. But when you've made at least one sale, please don't use your money and do the remaining. I know you've been hearing about this in several, you've been hearing everybody will be saying it, but I just want to also tell you my own part and also tell you that what you've been hearing is how it is. That is what the way everybody have been saying it, that is the truth. Me myself, what helped me, what made me make 1 million naira in just 6 weeks of joining? I made my 1 million naira in a month and 2 weeks of becoming an affiliate. That was ending of no, yes, ending of January, first week of February. Sorry, first week of February. That's when I made my first 1 million naira in this expertnaire. And how I did it was because I made two sales that December that I joined. I made that was 50K, 25K. Then the next January, beginning of January, I made another sale. They paid me the three of them together 84K. I used 60K from that 84,000 naira to run ads. I used 20K for a personal. I had to pay for my tutorial then, my school tutorial. For it was personal though. Then I was left with 4,000 naira. The first money as partner paid, it was just 4,000 naira I had for myself. The remaining 80K, 60K went back to ad, and that's the thing that was the starting point for me. So if you're listening to me now, you've not made any sale, just bear this in mind. The first money you're going to make, please and please reinvest it back. If you eat it, there is a point that will reach, you will exhaust your contact list, people you are selling to. You need to get new people, and by then you've eaten your money. You will just be stuck one place. If you don't want to get stuck, nobody's going to award you. Forget all this. I want to do. Some people, I've met some people that'll be like, I want to make 1 million naira organically before I start running ads. This that. Nobody's going to pay you. There are some people that I started with. All of us were in the same group with my mentor. They started before me. They were doing those stuff. When my mentor was telling them that they should run ads, they were saying they want to make 1 million naira. It took them 6, 7 months to make 1 million naira. It took me 6 weeks to do it. At the end of the day, by the time they're getting to 1M, I'm already at 6M. I'm already at 7M. Nobody gave them any credit for making it organically. Me, I've passed them. That is what matters. I've made more money than them, and that is the fact. So you don't have to, you're not coming to impress anybody. Please, just the first money you're going to make, just reinvest it back in your business in ads. Run quality ads. It's going to, as long as they're getting leads, they're going to convert. Sooner or later they will convert. That's the truth. And MAP is still a new course. It's a course that I've not even, it has not even, and it has a lot of offers. Like Caleb really did very well. It has a lot of offers that it can give people. Imagine telling someone that come and start, do you know that this business you want to start, it can also give you opportunity to travel around the world. A lot of people have not left this country. You get, even in his challenge, he has a room for winning iPhone 12 Pro Max. iPhone 12 Pro Max that is sold at 605,000 naira. He's going to give it out. Like there are lots, like a lot of things that there are a lot of offers there. The cost is so rich that if you're selling a map, you should be making a whole lot of money from it. That is the truth, because and it will be quite easier to sell, because the cost, the money, it's not even the cost is much more than the price. Just 30,000 naira, and the thing is there. It's so simplified. Like, he gave it everything he learned in his 2 years of being an athlete, not just an athlete, the number one athlete as far as I'm concerned in this country, number one athlete, giving it everything he has learned in that course. You should know that it's actually something that anybody will want. It's just the way you present it. And good thing, he even has videos that you can see. If you feel like you don't know how to put it out for people, you don't know how to talk to people so they can buy, you can use his own you can use his own video and send to them and all stuff like that. So I think that's let me check my book. Okay, let me just try and round up. Like I said, it's not going to be a long class. No, it's not. I'm not here to talk and talk and talk. It's something that you've been hearing every time. So it is not magic. The truth is that the way people that win challenges, it's not, it's just like one day I came across one athlete that came to my desk. She was like, how are people? I don't even know what happens. I don't know how she even put this stuff, but she was basically saying that we're not doing it, that there is something we are doing, like there is charm, or there is, I don't know how to put it. The way she was just putting everything, I was like, what is all this? Everything is your hard work. If you nobody, there's no special thing among you and the top athletes. It's just that they put in the effort. They listen to all the things that they've been saying since. So, because I know a lot of you are listening to me right now, let's say like 70% won't even do all this thing I said. They might start doing it, and then when they go halfway, if you feel like it's tough, they'll just give up. Few of you will do, but people that will do will actually see the result. That is the truth. You have to push yourself. The truth is that affiliate marketing, this business, any business will frustrate you at a certain period in your life, but the ability to frustrate it back, to keep going, is what will differentiate you from other people, right? So sorry, I have cough. So it's actually you that will push yourself. It's you, if you want to get anywhere, it's not that difficult. Just know your numbers, break stuff down so that it's be easy for you. Know your numbers, know the amount of people you need to talk to, then give offers on your WhatsApp. And again, after holding a class, let's assume that you hear the WhatsApp class or webinar or anything, offers matters. You've given them all the offer you want to give them on the during the class that you had for them. The ability to follow them up, come, if you give, let me say you want to give 10 sales out for something that will come with, you don't have to give discount is not offer oh. The money, the cost is already good enough. You don't even have to give anybody any discount. All right, I don't know. So you don't have to give anybody any discount for you to give offers. You can give like very interesting offers, that people, irresistible offers, all right, and people will see and they want to get the course. All right, you follow them up both on your WhatsApp status, and if it's WhatsApp group, like I said, WhatsApp group is actually good to follow people up there, because no how they will still open the group. They'll still be, and people like I said earlier, people like scarcity. When something is about to finish, when you tell them that okay, in 2-3 days time, in 72 hours, this offer is going to be valid for 78 hours, 72 hours, or this offer is just going to last for just 10 persons. They will just basically to kind of make them to go and look for the money. All right, so don't make them to relax. Give them offers, and that's just all right. That's just all. There is nothing more. There is no magic or anything. All right. So that is just basically how we are all doing it. We just used to the whole stuff when it comes to affiliate marketing, the whole stuff boils down to people you talk to. It's not even about affiliate market, even normal business, offline businesses. People that sell something, why do you think that they leave the comfort? Them say they'll see shops in front of their house, or they leave the comfort of their home to go to a main market, go to places that, because that is where they get more people. That's where people come to buy something. All right, they don't. So everybody, one way or the other, they go to where people are to get them. So you have to get people. You are selling something to, so as long as you are selling, you have to get people you're selling it to, both online or offline. So it doesn't look like it's just because affiliate marketing is about looking for people, this, that. No, that's how life is. You, if you want to sell something to somebody, you have to go where you know you can get them. and get them there and present whatever you're selling to them, and that's all right. So that's just basically it. I think I'll just have to stop here and maybe give room for questions. Then I'll know if I should talk about, if there's something you want me to talk about or you have any question. I think you should just ask it now so that we can conclude. Caleb, I don't know if you're still here, Sha.
Yeah, I can hear you. Thank you so much. That was a whole lot. Like I've learned a whole lot. Guys, you've had it. Build your audience, then give out your right offers and know your numbers, because I mean you can't be chasing a challenge and you don't know your numbers. How would you even know what you're working towards, right? So we are going to take questions now. If you have any question, just drop it in the comment section. Then I'll read it out for Imelda so she can answer you. We're just going to take a few minutes and take questions. So if you have any question, just drop it. Just drop it. Let's just take question in the next 10 minutes. We are going to be done with questions. So if you have any question, just drop it, please. Okay, someone asked, what if there is an automated webinar already? Do I have to do a personal webinar too?
No. I think okay. I think Caleb, you have an automated webinar for them, Abi.
Yeah. I have a VSL they use to sell.
You see, that means everything is already simplified now. That is why I said that Caleb provided everything. Like you don't even have any reason not to win the challenge if you really want to win the challenge, because good 18, a webinar is there for you. All you have to now concentrate on is the numbers. You don't have to do a personal one, especially when you don't know how to hold webinars. Don't, like I said, avoid trial and error. Whenever you're working for a challenge, it's not time to start testing with this work or with this not work. It's time for you to actually do that thing that will work, that thing you know that is working. So if there is a webinar already for you, just do more to get people to watch the webinar. You can as well just create your own extra offer, because I know that there are a lot of offers in that webinar. As long as it's Caleb that did it, I know that there are a lot of offers. But the thing with your own personal, adding your own personal offer is that you'll be like, okay, in addition to this, what will separate you from, because this person might have come across another person that is giving them the same offer. All right, so you can just create an extra offer. Like you can, after they finish watching the webinar, when they come back to you, like you can now give them your own personal offer, or you can post it on your WhatsApp status. You can post the offers on your WhatsApp status. But since there is a webinar for you, just to use his own, because it will actually be better, because he knows how to do the webinar very well. You don't have to go and start making a new webinar. I think I answered the person.
Yes, you did. Um, but someone asked, what if you have a group filled with 200 plus people and you give out offers, but nobody is taking the chance? What can you do?
He has a group. This group, is it that he has already held the class for them before, and then like a retained group, or a group that you have not even, because it depends on if there is, if there are people that already code, if it's not that period that you gave them that offer. I don't know how to put it, but if it's a group that you abandoned since, hey, perfect, you abandoned since, you don't expect them, they will not answer you as long as it's the same thing you'll be telling them. You have to come out with a new. That's why it's good to always change your offers. Me, at some point, like this particular offer I used to use, I found that people were no longer looking at me because they already know it. They used to see it on my WhatsApp status before. Once I did that, I had to bring up a new offer, like total different from everything I've been saying since. And that day I gave that offer, people that have been seeing it since, they have to start buying. So actually, if they have turned to cold audience, you just have to change your strategy. Change, maybe the offer you were giving them is not enough, or they have seen it too much. There's even a point I had to make my offer in a video, because I saw that people will always used to react to my videos and pictures more than when I'm telling them, typing something on my WhatsApp status. So I had to convert the offer from a video. So just try out things. If that one is not working, it's probably because I've seen it too much. And also get more people. 200 people is actually small. So if people are not replying to you, get more people and see if they will reply. That's just the thing.
All right. Someone was asking if you can throw more light on offers. So maybe you can talk about a list about offers and how to create good offers. Can you hear me?
Oh yes, please can you come again? Sorry.
I said
Sorry.
someone was asking about offers, how they can create irresistible offers. So maybe you can just throw a little light on that.
Oh,
I guess your network is having issue.
oh, sorry. I think I muted myself. Can you hear me now? Are you hearing
Yes,
me
I can
now?
hear you. Yeah, yeah.
I muted myself. Sorry. So I was saying that it depends on the course you're selling. But since we are talking about AMAP here, and I'm certain that Caleb has already given out enough offers in his automated webinar. I think you should just do more in rebranding the offer, like making it personal. I don't know how the offer went, but if it's something that is saying stuff like, I don't know, but just try and modify the offer, and then offer creation that you can just come up with. There are a lot of offers to give. I think there's a book about offer creation, so it's not something I'll start. I don't know how to start teaching about offers now, but shall know that discount is not offer. You don't have to give people discount for you to give offers. It's not about this. People are not even interested about in the money. It's more on what they are getting extra if they get this course from you. So you can offer your mentorship as an offer. You can offer there are a lot of, there is this thing that me I used to offer, and that particular offer used to work for me. This I used to call it 30 days challenge, but it's just basically it's basically a way of making people to actually plug in. There's a way I put it in a way that I used to teach people and actually do it though. Don't give offer that you cannot do. Don't gonna start promising people what you cannot do because they're saying give offer. You gotta start promising somebody a car when you know you cannot give that car. All right. So just give offers that and don't give offers that are too far fetched. And when somebody sees it's unbelievable. So when someone see that investment, be like, no, this can't happen. Just give offers that you can do and you can fulfill, because if you cannot do it at some point it will stop working for you, because the truth is that there is no result, there is no testimonial from the previous offer that's been given. So just try, and I think there's a book on offer creation also. Try and read it and then study more on giving offer, but just know that giving offer is not discounts. You don't have to give discounts for it to give offers.
All right. Yeah, yeah. That's true. That's true. So basically, give offers relating to what you are selling. And if you go to the promotional material of MEP, there's a video I did there on how you can craft out good offers, and I even give a sample of good offers that you can use. So if you haven't watched that video, go to the promotional materials and check out the video there. So we're just going to take two more questions before we call it a day. So just two more questions. Let me check. Now, someone is saying, if you run ads and you don't want to hold a class, is it possible to convert leads in your DM?
Yes, now, as a matter of fact, DM per DM conversion is actually it works very well when you talk to people per DM, because people, human beings, were like selfish in nature. But the problem is if you're running offer, you're running ads, sorry, except you're not getting people. But if you're getting like average of 200 persons to 300 persons every day, how are you going to be replying them per DM? That is the problem. If you don't want to hold class, it's perfect, but it's just more stressful. That is just it. And you already have the automated webinar, so you can just send them the webinar and just check up on them and then try and give them extra offer. What it does that you actually ginger them to work more. So as in, when you give them time limit, something like 72 hours, even though it's not going, you're still going to give some people even after the 72 hours, it will make them to go and work harder. Something that they would have gotten in a month's time, they'll get the money in like 1 week time. So that's just the thing. But
Yeah, yeah. So,
I can't hear you. Are you there, Caleb?
okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Okay. We're just going to take one more question. Right, so I'm looking for the last question, but seems like okay, someone is saying what card can you use for ads? You can use this thing like your Visa card, you can use your MasterCard PayU. So for my other account, I use MasterCard. So you can just get a GT MasterCard, then connect it to your other account and it's going to work. Then okay, someone asked, yeah, this is a very important question. Someone said, how do you balance school with business?
Okay, well, before I started affiliate marketing, I'm a phone person, basically. Even though I'm a medical student, the whole stress, like today, like I told you guys, why I was not able to make a slide because I came back from school like around 6:30 to 7. That's when I came back from school this night. But here's the thing: even before we went for strike, how I was balancing it, like I told you guys, I made 1 million naira even while we were still in school. Before we went for strike, I've already made one. I just had this way of, since I used to reply WhatsApp, I just had to turn it, just make it business because even before business, you and I know that you used to press your phone, you used to be on WhatsApp 247, even while in class. I'm not saying you should not pay attention to your lectures and all that. I'm just trying to tell you that just if you don't take it, stop looking at it like because it's a business, it's something that you have to bring out time. Look at it like something that just the way you press your phone at leisure, use that time to press it to make money. Just make it a lifestyle, and you just have to balance. And then just know, like me, then when I registered for this affiliate marketing, I was even writing the exam that period. That was my exam, December period. I was writing the exams, but here's what I did. I just I balance. If I'm giving time to money, because in as much as money is important, you still have to pass. Because you can believe me that most of them that do business, they used to struggle in the academy, because you cannot, if you're not strong enough, if you don't balance it very well, it's going to affect you. So if you are giving time to your business, make sure that you're giving time to your studies. Then when I joined, here's what I was writing the exam that period. I used to read. I'm a night person, so I used to read, like, let's say, like, I really, like, when I come back from school, I used to come back very late and do everything I need to do. I'll just sleep like from 8 to 11, and that's it. From 11 a.m. I'm awake. I will read like 11 to. I used to read 4 hours. Let's say I read like 11 to 4, 11 to 3 p.m., 3 a.m. That is like 4 hours. I'll just have to use like 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. and watch my 72 IG video. I watched that video for just 4 days. I finished it. That was how I was doing. I'm not saying that you should be awake all night. If you're not a night person, just what I'm basically trying to say is that as much as you're trying to give attention to your business, please bring out time for your studies, especially if you're someone that is studying something very serious. I'm not saying that any course is not serious, but we all know that there are some courses that you need to put more attention to. So if you're someone like me that is a medical student and you know that you need to actually put out your time, you just have to just me, I used to call it, I used to clear my conscience, because I know that if I start doing the business and I've not done anything in my academics, I'll be uncomfortable and I'll be feeling like I'm doing something wrong. So for me to justify myself, for me to justify spending 2 to 3 hours on my business, I have to actually read 4 to 5 hours of, as in, I need to study 4 to 5 hours, so that after studying, I'll know that okay, I've done my own part in my academics. Oh yeah, let's do business now, because last everything is for money. If you abandon business, I'm not going to tell anybody to abandon business. I'm not going to tell anybody to abandon school, because there are two things that will make you money. If you decide to abandon your business and you feel get a certificate and everything, and you end up not even getting work, now wahala. So everything is still for the money. The school is still for the money. So just do it in a way that you are serving the both, and serving, as in providing for, giving out time for your studies, all right, and don't just face business because you're making money. Because a lot of us now, although some people that are not making money in the business, they might easily leave it, but people that are already making money in the business, I will not lie, it will be hard for you to just abandon it. It will be very hard, but just try your best to give in everything for your, like today when school resumed, a lot of people were surprised that they saw me in school and I attended lecture and all that. And then they were thinking that maybe I'll not start school or what. I don't even understand. So just do your own part. Just the only thing that you will not have to be sleeping like 7 or 8 hours again. No, if you must balance the two things, you just have to limit how you sleep for now. Then I don't know, just try and balance it. That's the thing. Just give time for the two of them so that one doesn't start lacking. Okay.
Right, so that is basically it. Give time for your business and give time for your academics. Just balance it. Oh, okay, you have lectures today, go for your lectures. If you have time in between, you can check your phone. Then when you come back, you can reply your messages and just try to balance. But I mean, you're the person that is going to school, so you know when you are free and all that, and how you can balance it. So that is basically it, guys. So thank you so much, guys. We are not going to take more questions because if we keep on taking questions, we are not just going to cool. Well, here is one thing you should understand. It's not just about learning these things. Yesterday you learned from the Twitter space, and today you're here learning. It's not just about learning. If you don't implement them, there's no how you're going to make any money. There's no how you're going to win any challenge, and you're not going to travel to Egypt. So if you want to travel to Egypt, then quit learning much and be doing more, right? Learn a little and do more. That is the thing that is going to help you, not just learning. Learn a little and then do more of what you've learned. So thank you guys for coming. And before we go, drop a good comment, drop something good if you learned a lot from Shisom this night. So drop something in the comment section. I want to be seeing it. I'm going to be looking at the comment section right now. So drop something good in the comment section to appreciate that. It's not easy. Someone just came back from school and she's here teaching us already. So drop something good in the comment section to appreciate her for her time this night. Because personally for me, I really appreciate her for coming. It's not easy. I mean, she should be resting now, but she's here teaching us. So if you learned anything from her, then drop something good in the comment section to appreciate her. All right. I can see them already. I can see them already. So thank you, Shison, for coming. We at AMAP, we really appreciate your time this night, and I don't take it for granted. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, I can see it. I can see it. I can see it.
Yeah.
All right, guys. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you guys for coming, and thank you, Shison, for your time this night. We really appreciate. We really appreciate. All right. So good night, everyone.